Hello and welcome back to Dach Comics. I'm Umberto or Beto for short, back to talk about Dach Comics, what's being worked on and the journey of creation from start to finish. For most of my life I've always struggled with finding a starting place to begin anything I've ever endeavored to do. Whether it's wanting to play music or a sport, making friends or figuring out what and where my life will end up. One thing that has always helped me is to consider an origin to any interest I've ever had as a point of reference. In this case, in considering where to start my first comic, The Reckoning, I decided that the location where this story will take place is my hometown of El Paso, Texas. Cliché as this sounds, has always been a special place to me. El Paso sits at the western tip of Texas where it shares a border with New Mexico and Mexico. Rich in the multicultural fusion of music, art and food, El Paso flourishes its beauty in a resilience grounded by a will to uphold its identity. The city is surrounded by miles of the Sonoran desert landscape that includes mountains, dry valleys lined with cactus, sparse foliage and wild animals from the east, west and north of the United States Southwest region. It's the passageway between major cities and tourist hot spots, leaving it as its own island in the U.S. forgotten, only remembered for the otherness of her sister city Juarez, Mexico. Separated by the Rio Grande River and manned ports of entry, the sisters oscillate between familial yearning and an undercurrent of alienation. Despite its population and location, El Paso is a place of transition between locations rather than a hub of converging culture and identity. A place where Old Town aesthetic and a progressive march to the future is stymied by an old guard of stubborn tradition. A specter rooted in the comforts of a romanticized past and the desire for the future to shape itself into its idealized vision without the effort. It is there that the hairline cracks begin to buckle the foundation that holds up the soul of the community. What seeps through the fissures is a slow creeping tension that has been slowly enveloping the region. A tension that is ever growing, changing and piling on anxiety, frustration and apathy that doesn't subside but grows into anger. Anger over its lack of control over its identity, direction and place in this world. Where there is anger that rages, there's an opportunity and malicious intent to profit from pain and suffering. Violence to unleash for vindication or the pleasure of destruction. It is here in El Paso where the intersection of life and living converge, time and chaos cross, that a man is thrust into the void of uncertainty and a young woman, and her four-legged friend unknowingly open an otherworldly door flooding radiant light through the inky oblivion where malicious beings reside in resentment of God's abandonment. Decisions will be made, forgiveness sought and home claimed. Thank you for watching or listening to this video. I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribed, hit the notification and checked out the links to my website, social media and crowdfunding page. The Reckoning, my first series, wouldn't be possible without the wonderful talented artists that contributed art and covers that are available. In order, thank you to Nate Walkington, Ray Dillon, Francesca Fantini and cosplay model Oxbaru 2.